Back underway here at Stegman Coliseum. Charleston Southern with a basket by Kelly on their first touch of the second half. And then R.J. Godfrey just missed the lay-in, and we lost the rebound on the inline. So the Buccaneers have the ball back. It's 37-28. Not quite a minute into the half. Now Kelly with a three, and he's off to a hot start here in the second half. He hits a three just right of the circle. So Tajay Kelly with a dozen points now. He's their leading scorer, and it's 37-31. Georgia by 6 with the ball, looking for our first points of the half. Asa Newell throws it into the corner, but Blue Cane was sprinting along the baseline, and Asa threw it right into the bench. We didn't have any guys there. Well, we did on the bench, but just not on the floor to receive his pass.
We had a lot of guys over there to catch it.
37-31. 6-point lead. It was 11 just a few minutes ago at the half. Charleston Southern out on a quick start here in the first 2.5 or 90 seconds, really. R.J. Johnson, the guard, dribbles with the right hand, swings wide to the right on the near side, gets to the baseline. He swung too wide there because he stepped out of bounds on the inline.
Yeah, he got to that baseline and didn't stop.
Dogs inbound the basketball. A little bit of a slow start for the Dogs here in half number 2, but leading 37-31. Fourth all-time, make it the fifth all-time meeting in this series with Charleston Southern. First meeting with these guys since December of 2016. Lawrence takes a handoff from Godfrey, has trouble with the dribble because Charleston Southern got a hand on it and swatted it loose. Dogs are going to have the ball on the inline, only 8 seconds in which to shoot. Silas Demery will inbound the ball. Left of the basket support to our left. Looking. High lob into R.J. Kane circles around, takes the handoff behind, curls down the lane to the rack, and they block and foul. Hit him in the head. Blues got 2 free throws coming. He's a little bit slow to get up. He's still down on a knee. Now he's up. Foul was on Lachey Olalari, and that's his 4th.
And they've already got somebody at the scorer's table ready to come in.
Giving Blue a little extra time there. He's trying to walk this off. He's got a little bit of a limp as he walks. Took a hard foul and a crash to the floor. Now he's at the foul line. Receives the basketball. Is ready to shoot. Kane, free throw. Oops. Rim, backboard, and then front rim and fell away. No good. That's a rare miss by Blue. Only his 3rd missed free throw of the season in 26 tries. Second free throw. That one, well, he missed both of them.
Wow.
He hasn't done that all year. Charleston Southern with the basketball. They rebound the second miss. Now Blue swiping at the ball. The defender against Dalen Berry. Finally dribbles by and kicks it into the corner for a 3, and that's good. Lamar Oden with a 3, his 3rd of the game. And here comes Charleston Southern. They've scored 8 straight since halftime. 3 ball answered by Asa Newell. A Scana Energy 3 straight away for Asa. Didn't play much in the first half because of foul trouble. That's his first 3-pointer of the contest. And the lead for Georgia goes back to 6, 40-34. Steal by Kane on the near sideline. Trying to find the handle and sprint into the front court, right to left. He lost the handle, lost it out of bounds in the front court.
I'll tell you what, though, it was great hustle by Blue. He is so good at that, anticipating those passes, jumping out, grabbing them, and heading the other way.
Chuck, I'm not really sure if he quite had possession, although they reset the shot clock as if it was a change of possession. He had tapped it, was trying to chase down the loose ball, but we play on. Here's Berry, straightaway 3, missed it off the left side of the iron. Rebound to Georgia. Tyron Lawrence has it into the front court, right to left. Hops by Newell, who set a screen, hesitates, now drives and missed the lay-in. It rolls over the iron, and that's goaltending on Charleston Southern, so Lawrence will get the basket. That's the first points of the game for the Vanderbilt transfer. And it'll be Buccaneers basketball. 16:51 on the clock here in half number 2. Charleston Southern inbounds. Georgia defends. Godfrey gets a hand on the ball, deflects it out of bounds, so they'll have to inbound it again. Took 2 seconds to do that. Georgia's matched up with everybody in the backcourt. Charleston Southern's Dalen Berry inbounds it to Jones. He sets a screen. Berry up the sideline, now middle of the floor, sprinting towards the basket on the right end. Driving layup, contested by Newell. No good. Rebound, Godfrey. Ace's defense altered that shot, forced him to miss. Wide open three, left corner. Good by the Dogs. Tyron Lawrence with a Scana Energy three, his first of the game.
And Blue Cane had one and gave it up because he thought Ty had a better look.
Now, this has been a game of runs. Georgia's lead is back up to 11 again, where it was at the half a few moments ago. Johnson weaves his way down into the paint. Little short jumper is blocked by Asa Newell. Loose ball on the left baseline. And now a whistle and a foul. They're going to push on Blue Cane, trying to get to that blocked shot by Asa Newell. Asa with his 14th block of the year. He's second on the team in blocks behind Somto. Charleston Southern basketball, a lot of time remaining. 16-11 on the game clock. Here in half number 2, Georgia with a 45-34 lead. Buccaneers inbound it to the big guy, Kelly. Godfrey's guarding him on the far side of the floor and pokes the ball out of his hands, out of bounds. So they'll have to move to the sideline to inbound the ball. And it'll be the 6'4", Dalen Berry, redshirt junior guard, transfer from Charlotte. Demery guards the inbound. Jones comes to him to retrieve the inbounds play. And now here they go with their half-court set. Johnson around the screen from Kelly, into the paint. And Newell couldn't quite get his hand on the ball as Johnson's able to roll it in there on a running layup.
It's a nice move by Johnson, but I'll tell you what, Asa at least made him alter it some.
They leave Godfrey all alone at the head of the key. Toes right on the three-point line as he launches that long shot, missed it off the rim. Rebound, Charleston Southern. Kelly's got the ball, driving down the lane, and they call a blocking foul on Godfrey, and the basket is good.
Whoa.
For Kelly, and that's going to send Charleston Southern to the free throw line.
That's RJ's third, and it looked like to me he was well set, well positioned.
That gets us into a timeout. 15:36 to go in the ball game, and it's Georgia 45, Charleston Southern 38, and they're on the line when we come back on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
When you share your food, you share your heart. So what's on your table this holiday season? Save on your festive feast at Kroger with delicious deals on all the holiday classics. Or wow the crowd with something new, like a quinoa stuffed butternut squash. It's sure to add a pop of color to your spread. How about a sweet potato casserole with a crunchy oat streusel topping, made with care for the sweet tooth and the savory tooth? With Kroger, fill your table with love and watch as your guests' hearts get as full as their bellies. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily, at Georgia Power, we know a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgiapower.com/myenergy to learn more.
Home ownership. At Progressive, we know it's part of the American dream. It's majestic golden eagles and other less majestic birds taunting you through the baseball-sized hole in your new windows. It's soaring guitar solos performed through faulty wiring in your garage, which subsequently erupts into flames. It's also round-the-clock protection when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, which can help keep the American dream of home ownership alive and kicking. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
No one gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM SEC Radio. Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through the regular season and into the postseason. Your team is covered anywhere you go. And you can get a free trial at SiriusXM.us/SEC Radio 2024. 45-38, Georgia leads Charleston Southern. Long way to go. 15:36 still to play here at Stegman Coliseum on this Sunday afternoon. Dogs had an 11-point lead at the half. Charleston Southern has scored 12 of the 20 points so far here in this half. And they are at the line with Tajay Kelly, the 6'7", 240-pound senior forward from Atlanta, played at Branson High School. And he's at the line trying to finish a three-point play. And he does. The free throw is good. Kelly now with 15 points in the game. He struggled early on. But
yep. But you know what? We have not done as good a job defending their shooting as normally we do. In fact, they're shooting over 40%, which is, we usually hold opponents up to about 36.
Georgia has its leading scorer in the game, Deshane Montgomery, back on the floor now. He handles the basketball, trying to dribble around the defender. And the official blows the whistle. Now has a little conversation with some of the Georgia players. They called a foul on Reese Jones, a push on Jones. Big Jones, his fourth, one of their 6'10 guys. And now they have to get the other 6'10 guy, who also has 4 fouls, back in the game. Not sure what the difference is. You're swapping out 6'10s, each with 4 fouls. Dogs inbound, and we have Deshane Montgomery with the ball. Lobs it into the paint to Big Sompto. He goes up high, and they foul him, trying to deny him possession. Pushing foul there on Charleston Southern. And that one on Lamar Odin, his first. And they're going to give Sompto 2 shots. 6'11", 260 for Sompto Surreal from Nigeria, 38% from the line this season. Sompto with only 1 point this afternoon. Now he's got 2 as that free throw settles in there.
And I mentioned earlier, he was out here early shooting free throws, trying to get better at that. And that's 2 for 3.
See if he can make it 3 for 4. Yes, he does. He made a pair there, and Georgia goes into its press.
Practice matters.
Charleston Southern sprints as they break the press, and Silas Demery sprints and steals the ball in the front court down to our right.
That was so pretty.
Demery with a takeaway, and then back on the left end of the floor, a foul is called against Charleston Southern as Demery stole the ball, had the dribble. Buccaneers didn't really like it. They commit the foul, stop the clock, 15:02 remaining. Georgia 47, Charleston Southern 39. And Silas will inbound. That foul was on Barry, his third. Backdoor pass to Demery. Falling out of bounds, he saves it in play, but right to one of the Charleston Southern players. Pass was a little out of his reach. He did a nice job to save it, but it went right to a blue shirt. Johnson with a dribble. Waist-high pass to Odin for a 3. Right wing won't go. Rebound tipped by Newell over to Demery. Silas with the basketball into the front court left. Into the paint. He pivots. Feeds Sompto right next to him. Sompto trying to muscle it up and in. They knock it out of his hands. He falls down. He shoots and it goes.
How do they not call it?
There was no call, but
somehow
he got the basket to go. That's what Mike White wants to know, Chuck. He's asking the officials about it now. They're not blowing the whistle a lot of times today. Sompto Surreal with his first field goal of this contest to give Georgia a 10-point lead, 49-39. Buccaneers basketball. Johnson dribbles under the basket along the baseline, throws it out on the wing, over to Kelly for a 3. Good. Tajay Kelly now with 18 points. He gets to his average. Kelly's taken 18 shots to get his 18 points today. He's hit 7 field goals and a couple of threes. Dogs with the ball, 49-42 is the lead for Georgia by 7. Montgomery hesitates on the drive, throws it up over the rim, rebounded by Newell. He pivots under with some fancy footwork, puts it back up and in, and they foul.
Asa has a great feel when he's got that ball under the basket, great feel for where the opening is. And he will pivot to that area and then go up and dunk usually, or lay it off the glass, or in that case, finger roll it.
Asa Newell now with 10 points and a free throw to come here. He's Georgia's leading scorer this season, as the 6'11 freshman is averaging 16 a game. He's de-poofed his hair, and he's mystified a lot of people by doing that. Free throw, no good. He went from the afro, the blowout look, to the dreads look. It's a little more tight with his hairdo now. 51-42, Dogs by 9. Charleston Southern with the basketball. Kelly attacks. Oh, my goodness. A nasty flying one-handed dunk. Man, that guy, he looked like Montgomery at that explosion off the wing. My goodness, he was fast. 20 points for Kelly, and it's 51-44. Dogs by 7 again. Demery along the baseline, under the basket, in trouble. Skips it out to Newell. It's stolen by Kelly. He's a one-man gang for the Buccaneers. Barry on the drive, down the lane, around the rim on the layup, and out. No good, but a whistle and a foul on the Dogs. Going to put Charleston Southern on the line for 2 shots. They got Dakota LeFew with the foul, his second. Charleston Southern, Chuck, there's times. I mean, they're beating us to loose balls. They're beating us up and down the floor.
They're beating us on the glass.
They're staying in this game. It's 51-44. They've only led once today, but they're hanging right with the Dogs. Barry, free throw, good. And Sa Nimley, their head coach, does not play a deep bench. He's only played 7 guys. He only played 7 guys. They lost to North Alabama last Thursday, 86-69 in Florence, Alabama. They stay on the road, and they come in here and trying to punch Georgia in the mouth.
Well, I tell you, they've done a good job defensively. They've done a good job on the glass. And Kelly has certainly not been shy about shooting the basketball.
He's a good-looking player. Barry makes both free throws for the Buccaneers, and it's 51-46. 12:46 remaining in the game.
You mentioned they've used 7 guys. We've used 10. And a guy that gave us a little bit of a spark here in the first half when we had some trouble, Dylan James, is now in the game.
Lawrence on a drive, jump stop on the left block. As he goes up, the ball stripped out of his hands and out of bounds by Charleston Southern. So the Dogs will inbound, 12 on the shot clock, and 12:35 remaining. It'll be Dakota LeFew, I think, to inbound the ball. Yes. Left of the basket. They throw it to Somto in the paint. Pump fake.
Wow.
And a monster dunk with 2 hands right over Olalere, who's playing with 4 fouls. He was just going to get out of it.
Well, there has to be at least one of those in a game.
We need a few more of those. Man, that jacks up the crowd and builds some energy here. And Kelly misses a drive. Rebound tapped out, saved by Charleston Southern.
Another
Long
rebound.
3, yeah, another offensive board. The guys in blue. Oden has it. Feeds to Kelly. Quick whip to the left side to Johnson. Guard. Shot fake. Oh. And he throws it away in the corner. He was driving and passing to his left on a bounce pass to Kelly, and they were just a little out of sync as the ball missed its target and went out of bounds. So Charleston Southern, fortunately for Georgia, turns it over. And that gets us into a timeout with 12 minutes to go in the game. So a stoppage of play here at Stegman Coliseum. Georgia's lead, a precarious one maybe. 53-46 is the lead for the Dogs. And we're back after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
With Northside Hospital, you can look forward to new beginnings, look ahead to comeback seasons, and look up for hope and strength. Northside welcomes you into our community of care, guided by one clear direction, a mission to heal. Led by our expertise in maternity, heart, cancer, orthopedics, and more, you can move into tomorrow with confidence. For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
With the enhanced engine performance and fuel economy of newly reformulated Tri-Clean gas from Citgo, you're good to go. But good to go where? Exotic bird shopping? To your Tuesday night bowling league?
Woo! That's a turkeys.
Good to go try your luck at bingo.
G32.
Good to go to a lumberjack competition.
I'm going to move my car.
New top-tier Tri-Clean gas from Citgo, the most advanced fuel we've ever made. Now you're good to go.
Creature Comforts Brewing Company is the official craft beer of your Georgia Bulldogs. These two Athens institutions have joined forces to connect quality beer with the passion and pageantry of the UGA faithful. Whether it's Georgia's favorite craft beer, Tropicalia IPA, the two-time gold medal-winning Classic City Lager, or their new Sip 'em Seltzer, Creature Comforts has you covered on game day and every day. And if you're visiting the Classic City on game day, Creature Comforts beers are available at the Stegman Coliseum and anywhere good cold beer is served. 2 brands, 1 town, 1 team. Go Dogs! Sip 'em. 21 and over. Champions drink responsibly.
Scana Energy is a proud partner of Georgia Athletics. For every 3-pointer scored by the Bulldogs, Scana Energy will make a $25 donation to the University of Georgia General Scholarship Fund. And Scana Energy says, go Dogs. Today, the Dogs 5 of 14 on Scana Energy threes. As we pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Bulldogs Sports Network. (53-46) our score. Georgia by 7 with 12 minutes to go. As Tajay Kelly is one-man wrecking crew here for Charleston Southern in the second half. He was 3 for 14 in the first half, Chuck, with 8 rebounds, had 7 points. He's 5 out of 6 from the field in the second half. He's already got to 20 for the game.
Well, he has no doubt made a difference here in the second half in the way he's played. And as you mentioned a while ago, his speed, too.
Dogs with the ball. Lawrence hook pass from the baseline out front to LeFew. Head of the key. One-hander over to James. Catch and shoot. 3 rips it. Dylan James with a Scana Energy 3-pointer from the left wing. First basket of the afternoon for Dylan, and it's 56-46. Georgia by 10 again.
And Dylan's made a difference for us, too. Rebounding and then hitting that big 3 there.
Barry with a left-hand dribble for Charleston Southern. Well, it's into the paint since we didn't defend him tightly. He just shoots it right in front of the basket. Puts it up and in with a left hand.
Nobody went up.
Yeah. We just stood there and watched him. And he made us pay. He's got 8 points now. LeFew, deep 3. That's good from the right wing. Dakota LeFew with a dozen now. His second 3-pointer of the game. 59-48 Dogs. 11-point lead. That matches the large lead that Georgia has had multiple times here in the game. Here's Kelly attacking in the paint. Dips in, spins, he pivots.
Well, he's a good player.
And he shoots from 6 feet away and knocks it down.
He's a really good player.
22 for Tajay Kelly. And now play is halted.
That was really pretty. I mean, he drove them in, drove our defense into the paint, and then stopped, pivoted, and then altered his shot because he had to because of Sobto, and still got it float in there.
Terrific big man move in the paint. The officials had to wipe the ball down.
Over a big man.
Yes, indeed. Well, they blow the whistle again on the left end of the floor as Georgia was bringing it up the front court. They stopped play momentarily after that last basket because they wanted to wipe down the basketball. And now they blow the whistle down on the left end of the floor. I'm not sure if that was trying to tell Tyron Lawrence to tuck in his jersey, so they stopped the game for that. Georgia inbounds again. Here we go. Montgomery's pass to LeFew cutting to the basket is deflected and stolen by Charleston Southern. Dogs by 9, 59-50. Jump pass from the baseline out on the wing for 3, and that's good by Keenan Wilkins, the 5'10 freshman guard. His first basket of the game. And look at that, Charleston Southern, 2-possession game again. 6-point lead for the Dogs, 59-53. Sobto sets a screen out front. Feeds it back behind him to Lawrence. Left-hand dribble, little hop in his step. Drives into traffic, floats it up with the left hand, won't stay in. Falls out. They touch it out on the rebound, too. A break for the Dogs. Kelly got a hand on it. And it'll be Georgia basketball. 9:49 to play and 20 on the shot clock for the Dogs.
Kelly was acting like somebody hit him in the head, but the officials were standing right there. There was no whistle.
You don't think the officials did it, do you?
I don't think so, but
here's LeFew on the inbounds. 3-ball good. Dakota LeFew from the left wing. Another scan of energy 3 for Dakota. He's got 15 now. That's his third 3 of the contest. 9-point lead for the Dogs, 62-53. Wilkins sprints up the near sideline for Charleston Southern. Feeds Kelly. He's inside the arc, battling Dylan James, who's defending in his purple shoes. Gives him a nice pivot move. Well, he lost Dylan James in his second move, and a jump hook is good.
The exact same move. He drives our defense in deep in the paint, does that pivot, and then goes up over everybody.
62-55. Kelly now with 24 points for Charleston Southern. Elbow 2 by Dakota LeFew is good. And Dakola's starting to feel it a little bit here in the second half. He's got 17 points, 8 of them here in this half with 8:55 to go in the game. 64-55 Dogs. They're just swapping baskets now. They'll go to Kelly. Well, he's got the ball. James knocks it out of his hands.
Well,
crossover. Kelly attacks inside. Santo blocks his shot. Ball is loose. Picked up on the roll by Dylan. Up ahead to Montgomery. DeShane 2 strides through the lane. Layup good.
That was really
Montgomery.
pretty.
It was.
He drove it into the lane from the left-hand side, and then as he was going by the basket, put it back in with his left hand.
16 from make it 18 now for Montgomery. Leading scorer for Georgia. Left corner 3 by Charleston Southern won't go. Santos got knocked to the floor, was grabbing at his left knee or his left leg. He's rolling over on his back now, so play's been stopped. Didn't see how he went to the floor, if he slipped on something or if there was contact there. Officials are summoning for the trainer to come onto the floor and help him up.
Santos okay.
Now he's up.
I'm not sure about the condition of the floor, but Santos okay.
Trying to stretch out that left knee a little bit. Yoshi Saito, the trainer, is out there with him, and they're walking him back to the Georgia bench. So the big man will come out of the game. And Georgia gets Justin Absent on the floor. 8:14 to go. They'll walk Santo to the end of the bench and check on him. 66-55. Georgia's lead is 11, and the Dogs have the ball. That's our big lead of the game. See if we can better that here on this possession. Lawrence picks up his dribble inside the arc left side to Absent, who scoops it underhand back to LeFew. Dakota trying to run away from his defender. Turn fade at the right elbow. It's good.
Boy, Dakota's feeling it, isn't he?
15-foot fade away. He's got 19 points. Yes, he is. 10 here in the half, and Georgia's got its largest lead of the game at 13.
I think that's...
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Montgomery trying to steal the inbounds pass. Nearly got it. Gave up his body. Went sliding on the floor. Deflected the ball out of bounds. Boy, you see all those coaches rush to him to congratulate him for that play?
Yeah, not only that, I was going that way too, but the table got in my way here. I got to tell you, Dakota LeFew right now, I think he's in his last 4 straight.
Keep feeding him the ball. We've got to tie him out. He'll get a break, and then we feed him some more after with 7:41 remaining in the contest. Georgia with a 13-point lead. It's the Dogs 68, Charleston Southern 55 on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
After investing billions to light up our network, T-Mobile is America's largest 5G network. Plus, right now, you can switch, keep your phone, and we'll pay it off up to $800. See how you can save on every plan versus Verizon and AT&T at T-Mobile.com/across America.
Up to 4 lines via virtual prepaid card. Allow 15 days. Qualifying unlocked device credit service ported 90+ days with device and eligible carrier and timely redemption required. Card has no cash access and expires in 6 months.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Georgia Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Creature Comforts Brewing Company is the official craft beer of your Georgia Bulldogs. These two Athens institutions have joined forces to connect quality beer with the passion and pageantry of the UGA faithful. Whether it's Georgia's favorite craft beer, Tropicalia IPA, the two-time gold medal winning Classic City Lager, or their new Sip 'em Seltzer, Creature Comforts has you covered on game day and every day. And if you're visiting the Classic City on game day, Creature Comforts beers are available at the Stegman Coliseum and anywhere good cold beer is served. Two brands, one town, one team. Go Dogs! Sip 'em. 21 and over. Champions drink responsibly.
Georgia 68, Charleston Southern 55 with 7:41 remaining here in Athens this Sunday afternoon. Through January 2nd, during the BMW Road Home Sales Event, take advantage of exceptional offers on the all-electric BMW i4, the BMW X5, or the all-new BMW X3. Visit BMWATL.com today for details. Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics, and go Dogs. Oh, Santa Claus is in the house. Doing a little dance in the upper deck. You think Santa could get better seats than that?
Boy,
he was in the upper deck somewhere in the dark.
If I was John Bateman or if I was Mike Mobley, I'd make sure he had much better seats than that.
Looked like he was having a good time, though.
Those guys are going to have coal in the stockings.
Santa dancing early before Wednesday night. Charleston Southern with the basketball now. They beat Georgia pressure to get it across the timeline into the front court. 7.5 to play.
Right. Ball's
Georgia
not
by
coming
13.
out.
No, Kelly jump hook in the paint over Abson this time from 6 feet away is good. He's not missing in the second half.
You know what? I'm tired of seeing that shot, though. It's the same shot.
He's got 26 this afternoon. He had 34 against North Alabama the other night. He had a double-double, his third in a row and fourth in the last 5 games. And he's a rebound away from another double-double here. Lawrence, soft 2, left of the lane, won't go. Off the rim, spit it out, and it's rebounded by the Buccaneers. Lamar Odom, the 6'6 graduate transfer, rebounded.
When they throw the ball to Kelly, it stays there.
He's got it. Catch and shoot 3. Good. He just turned and looked at Mike White. I don't know if he said he can't help it or what. He had some words for Georgia's head coach. 29 points for Kelly. As off his game shooting the ball as he was in the first half, that's how much he's on it here in the second. I think he's only missed 1 shot in the second half. Blue Kane, floater with the right side, misses the rim in the paint. Hit the backboard and rebound down to Charleston Southern.
I think he meant to alley-oop that to Asa.
68-60 now. Georgia's 13-point lead, trimmed by 5, down to 8. 6:10 to go in the game. Here's Kelly, spin by Abson, throws it up, and that was short. I'm not sure if Asa got a piece of that, but he came down with the ball. Kelly had a nice move to get by his defender, Abson, but couldn't finish the deal this time. Georgia with the basketball. Here's Lawrence out of the left corner. And I got screened out. I didn't see what happened.
They blocked it. Lawrence took a shot. I didn't see who blocked it. It may have been Kelly, but I will say this. Right now, their offense is cross half court. Give it to Kelly.
That's pretty good strategy with the way he's shooting. Georgia has the ball. Lawrence works his way to the basket, misses the lay-in. Nice Asa Newell two-handed rebound, and an even nicer two-handed Asa Newell dunk on the putback. 12 points for Newell. And another dunk for Georgia's dunk leader so far this season. Now Charleston Southern gets the ball across half court. We'll call a timeout. 5:31 to go. First coach's called timeout. This will be a full. They wanted a 30, but it's going to turn into a full with 5:31 to play. Georgia 70, Charleston Southern. Let's try that again. Georgia 70, Charleston Southern 60. Back after this, on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices. Plus, extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with points. So you can get big flavors and big savings Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily, at Georgia Power, we know a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgiapower.com/myenergy to learn more.
Game day traditions start with a cup of community coffee. Proud coffee partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Family owned since 1919, Community Coffee has spent 5 generations roasting great tasting blends right here in the USA. They're just as dedicated to making a difference in the community with programs that support teachers, military service members, disaster relief, and first responders. Try Community Coffee or find it near you at communitycoffee.com.
Georgia basketball brought to you today by the Progressive Keys to Program Progress. That's providing cars to veterans in need. 70-60 is our score. Georgia's been able to maintain the lead for the most part, but Charleston Southern keeping it close this afternoon. Tajay Kelly against ACC and SEC teams, and they've played a handful of them on their schedule this year. But Kelly had 7 points, 12 boards against Clemson. He had 15 points, 8 boards against LSU. He played all 40 minutes of that game. Had 20 and 5 in a loss to Georgia Tech, and then 20 and 11 in their win at Miami to go with 6 assists. And today against Georgia, he plays pretty well against the big boys. 29 points and 9 rebounds for the 6'7" senior forward from Atlanta for Charleston Southern.
Well, that's impressive.
Buccaneers inbound it to Kelly. He hands it off to Johnson.
There's a rarity.
Screen and roll. Johnson to Kelly. Kick out for a 3. They airballed it. Dalen Berry airballed it from the right side. Dogs have the rebound. They caught the air ball. Lawrence dribbles all the way underneath the basket. Missed a reverse lay-in. Just ticked off the rim. He had a good look at it. Rebound to Charleston Southern. They work on the offensive end. There's Kelly. Slides closer to the basket. Pump fake. Abson defends. Kelly missed the shot. Abson rebounds. Dogs with it back. Leading by 10. 4:50 to go. Justin cross court to Asa. Pump fake on the 3. Dribbles to the elbow. Flips it back to Lawrence. Between the circles. Now inside the arc. Left of the paint. Slowly walks it back. 9 on the shot clock. Bounce pass to Newell. Back to Lawrence. Tucks and runs. Drive. Good. Layup with the glass. Timeout, Georgia.
They came out to guard Asa out there, and as soon as they did, it opened up the entire paint, gave the ball to Ty, and he just went straight to the rim with it.
Lawrence, Chuck, has been trying to do that just about all afternoon. He hasn't had a lot of success, just 3 for 12, but he's consistently driving to the basket. He gets to the rim.
That's his game. That's his game. And you know, sometimes it goes for you, sometimes it doesn't. But this time there was nothing to stop him. They came out to guard Asa. As soon as they saw Asa come outside, they went with him. And I mean they, in terms of their everybody for them.
All 5, huh?
All 5.
LeFew's Georgia's leading scorer today with 19. Montgomery has 18. And the thing that those two guys have in common, our 2 leading scorers, they're both coming off the bench.
That's nice. It's nice for Mike White to have that kind of, depth coming in whenever he needs it.
That's a lot of offense from those 2 guys. Right now, Georgia with LeFew and Montgomery, Abson, Asa Newell, and Silas Demery on the floor. And backcourt pressure on the inbounds by Charleston Southern. They get it into Johnson. R.J. Johnson across the timeline with LeFew guarding. Dribbles high on the left wing to set a screen with Kelly. Pitch him the ball. Dribbles in the right lane. Hand off to Berry. He's into the paint. Kick out for a 3 to Johnson. Back of the rim. Won't go. Rebound. Offensive board. by Charleston Southern. Olalari goes up, blocked by Abson. Justin went up with him and blocked his shot. Dogs take the ball away.
Third leading shot blocker in the nation last year at Appalachian State.
You know, he came into this game with more assists this season than blocked shots. He's been sharing. Here's Montgomery. He doesn't share. He's going to hog it and take it all the way to the rack and fall down and lay it up at the same time. DeShane Montgomery now with 20 points.
That's our big lead right there.
74-60, a 14-point cushion for the Dogs. Hasn't been easy. Even up 14. 3.5 to play. Kelly by himself, straightaway three. Too much on it. He put too much of that big, muscly right arm in that shot. Hit the back of the rim. Dogs have the ball. LeFew walks it slowly over the logo into the left end of the floor. 3:12, 3:11, 3:10 to play. Georgia with a 14-point lead. LeFew thought about a deep NBA +3 ball, but continues to play it out. 8 on the shot clock. LeFew has it now. Or, excuse me, Montgomery. He'll float it up from the left side. That's no good. And DeShane follows the miss, got his own rebound, and put it back up and in.
Wow. That was pretty impressive.
22 for DeShane Montgomery. Missed the shot, followed the shot, got the loose ball, and then scored on the putback.
And what was amazing was he got it among several blue jerseys there.
Timeout with 2:54 remaining. Georgia by 16, largest lead of the game. Maybe breathing a sigh of relief. We'll let you know when we come back on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for Core Power to recover right. A delicious protein shake with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle. Champion your recovery with Core Power, proud partner of Georgia basketball. Learn more at corepower.com.
Go Dogs, sick 'em. Whether they're on the road or the home court, my family and I get loud and proud whenever the Dogs are unleashed. And this basketball season, Scana Energy is part of all the action as a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. So join my family and Scana in cheering on the Dogs to glory this season. Sign up with Scana today and get up to $100. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com/GoDogs for details. Limited time offer, terms and conditions apply.
Want more exclusives and behind-the-scenes Bulldogs content, more game highlights, mic'd ups, and original programming? Search for the Georgia Bulldogs All Access channel on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Georgia Bulldogs All Access, your official inside connection to Georgia football and all Georgia Bulldogs sports.
Piedmont is passionate about Georgia, about each and every person that makes our state incredible. That's why we're leading real change in healthcare, dedicating ourselves to providing a quality patient experience through innovation, personalization, and teamwork. What does that mean for you? You get up-to-date treatment, collaborative care, and the best possible outcomes. To see more about our commitment to raising the standards of quality in Georgia, visit piedmont.org/quality care. Piedmont, real change lives here.
Time to huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for Athens, the Georgia Bulldogs Regents Visa Debit Card and prepaid Regents Now card. To confidently show your dog pride, get your card today. Regents, official bank of the SEC. Georgia 76, Charleston Southern 60. The Dogs have stretched it out to its largest lead of the game at 16 points. It's been anything but easy. Georgia's still shooting it very well today, over 50%. They're at 54%. And Chuck, you pointed out this number during the timeout. They finally caught Charleston Southern on the glass and actually gone ahead of them.
Yeah, fortunately, because that's something we take a great deal of pride in, is how we perform on the backboards with the rebounds. We've only lost one battle on the glass all season, but generally, when we're doing the job on the boards, we're doing the job on the scoreboard too.
Dogs on an 8-0 run currently. Buccaneers inbound the basketball. They bring it up from left to right. Barry works in the front court with a left-hand dribble. Scoops it over to Kelly. Backdoor skip pass to the baseline. Layup, Johnson won't go. Bounces on the rim and comes down to the Dogs. Georgia rebounds that miss. They ran a nice play, just didn't finish it. 16-point Georgia lead, 2.5 to play. Dogs with the ball. Montgomery, edge of the logo on the left end of the floor. Sends it to LeFew on the wing. They go inside to Newell. Two guys try to push him off the block. And R.J. Johnson, the 6'1 guard, is called for a foul. 1-1 for the Dogs now. Nope, not yet.
Not yet? That's just 6.
That was 6, yeah. So we'll inbound it with Demery. We'll throw it into LeFew, quickly get it to Abson. He's standing just inside the arc on the near side of the floor. Cross court to Newell. He bobbles it, hands it to Silas, and he'll drop a 3 from the right corner. Silas Demery with a long 3, his first points of the second half, and his first 3 of the game. He's got 7 tonight or this afternoon. 79-60. Dogs build the lead to 19. Less than 2 minutes remaining. Going to finally get away from these guys. Kelly drives inside, hooks it wildly over the rim, and the Dogs rebound it with Montgomery. DeShane slowing it down, the end of the front court. Dribbles with the left hand away from the defender. Now feeds it on a bounce to LeFew. He'll skip it to Demery. Silas got a screen from Abson, floats it up with the right hand. Off the backboard, won't go. Rebound Abson, they foul. Knocked the ball out of his hands as well, but the foul is on little Wilkins, Keenan Wilkins, his first. 5'10 freshman, 155 pounds. And that puts the big Abson on the line, 6'9 and 245. The App State transfer from Coconut Creek, Florida, on the free throw line for the Dogs. Free throw number 1. Front of the rim, hits the glass, no good. Justin looking for his first point of the afternoon. He's got 8 rebounds, but no points. He hasn't even taken a shot, as a matter of fact. 2 for 4 from the line this season. Hadn't been to the line much at all. And that free throw will, same thing as before. Hit the rim, hit the glass, and no good.
Almost like rinse and repeat, huh?
Without the instructions on the bottle. 79-60, Dogs by 19. Buccaneers with a basketball, minute 15 to go. They're going to knock one down from the left side with the glass, and then they call a quick time. 79-62. I think that was Johnson. I couldn't see through all the bodies who scored that basket. I think it was R.J. Johnson, though.
22.
That's who it was. Yep. And they call a time with 1:13 to play to make it 79-62. So Georgia by 17. Montgomery with another good afternoon for the Dogs in his second game as a Georgia player. Missed all of the fall semester games. And now has his house in order and is raring to go. And we can see his raringness. He had 16 the other night against Buffalo. He's got 22 today against Charleston Southern. LeFew has 19 for the Dogs. Dakota's had a really good day shooting the basketball, 8 of 11. And then Asa Newell, our third guy, double figures. He's got a dozen. He always has a dozen.
Yeah, DeShane's one of those guys that's fun to watch, too. You know, he does so many things on the floor so well, you know, from snatching a rebound to making a steal, down the court with a dunk to, you know, an outside 3, you know, or drive the lane, bank it off the glass. I mean, he's so many things that he does so well, and you watch him, you go, boy, that guy's really, really good.
Kelly is the leader for Charleston Southern with 29 points. He also has his 5th double-double of the season. He's got 10 rebounds. So that's 4 double-doubles for him in a row and 5 in the last 6 games. Pressure in the backcourt by Charleston Southern. The Dogs beat the press with a pass to midcourt to Newell and feed it ahead to LeFew, who was sprinting into the front court and took the pass from Newell. LeFew will shoot it from the left side using the glass. No good. Rebound Asa. Put back with the left hand. Pops off the floor and just bounces it right back up and in. 14 points now for the 6'11 freshman Asa Newell. 81-62 Dogs. Less than a minute away from win number 11 of the season. Kelly with the ball, dribbles through the legs in the paint, now backs it out and feeds Barry beyond the arc on the right side. Dribbles it under the basket and tried to lay it up. We let him do it, but he left it short, and the rebound goes
knocked
to
Silas
Demery.
down. Silas looks up at the official like,
still no whistle. Silas hadn't gotten a whistle the whole game.
Wow.
Now he's got the ball in his hand. Did you see that glance? He just glanced at Patrick Evans.
Look, I don't blame him.
He's just holding the ball and let the clock dribble out. 7 on the game clock, on the shot clock, 13 on the game clock. Dogs will take a shot. That's no good. Newell rebounds.
They fouled him and didn't call it.
They missed the shot on the putback with the foul. The shot clock is off. 5 seconds to go. Charleston Southern with the ball. We try to tie in. Odin will shoot it at the end of the game here, and they do blow the whistle on his foul.
And that's your call.
So 0.5 of a second left, and they'll put Charleston Southern on the line on a late foul call.
Okay, let me just tell you, from a player standpoint, the signal that they had sent to the players for the last 40 seconds was, okay, we're done. We're not going to blow the whistle anymore. And as I was, whoop, blow the whistle.
Well, he fell down, that's why.
What? Because he fell down.
He went sliding. It looked good at the end of the play. Odin, free throw, going to bounce off the left side of the rim and fall in there for him good as it hit the rim and then the backboard and straightened up and fell through the cylinder.
Because they had let every other contact go.
Yeah, especially with Dimrick. And it was a 3-point shooting foul, too. I think I failed to mention that as Odin hits free throw number 2. But Georgia's going to win this game here. Just 0.5 of a second left with Charleston Southern at the free throw line. He makes all 3. And Georgia will inbound, touch the ball, and that'll be the ball game. Throw it into Dimry, and the clock hits 0, and Georgia's a winner. 81-65. It was not easy. You look at a 16-point win. That looks pretty comfortable. But it took all afternoon to get there, Chuck.
It did. It absolutely did. It took and there was never a time when you felt like Georgia might lose. What you felt like was that Georgia was going to let these guys hang around and then maybe steal one, but that would have to be stealing it. You felt like Georgia was, playing better basketball, but we were not getting the job done on the glass. And then when Kelly started doing his act in the second half and doing it, literally time after time after time, that was their offense. They threw it to nobody else. They'd come into their court, into the front court, and immediately throw it into Kelly, and then they'd all stand there and watch him. And not that we blamed him, because he was converting.
Yeah, and when he needed a breather from being inside, he'd step out and hit a 3. He had 3 of those today.
Well,
29 shots for Tajay Kelly, and he finished with 29 points.
Pretty impressive.
That would be the definition
and most
of he's going to get his,
half, right?
Yes. Yeah, he only halftime he only had 7 points, and he was 3 for 14 shooting the basketball. So in the second half, he was 9 of 15, and he had 22 points. He was impressive. If they had a little bit more depth on their roster, they might be a little more competitive. With the 7 guys that they play, they're
didn't you
pretty
say
competitive.
He played 40 minutes the other day?
Yeah.
He played
them
all.
Against North Alabama, and he may do that the rest of the way once they get into Big South play. We're going to get a chance to talk to Dakota LeFew, our player of the game, as Georgia is a winner, 81-65. Dakota LeFew with us now courtside. Dakota, congratulations on this. You come off the bench, instant offense for you and Deshane Montgomery. You guys played very well in unison with one another. Tell us a little bit about the challenges of this game and this opponent today.
Yeah, they're a good team. We keyed in a lot on Kelly. We knew he was going to try to come out and have a great game. He's from Georgia, so it would be big for him to come out and play good.
He did play pretty well. He's kind of a load to handle inside, especially.
Yeah.
What got you guys going there, certainly in the second half?
Just picking it up on defense. We want to get stops. We want to get a lot of stops, and then instant offense. We want to come down and score, take good shots.
You got hot there in the second half. You start to feel it when you get that way. Can you tell? Just give me the ball. Watch what I can do here.
Yeah, going back to our preparation and things like that, like in practice and before the game, and then when I'm making shots, my coaches, they keep going to me and things like that.
What about Deshane? What is he bringing to you now? What is he helping this team with?
A lot of energy. He's also a great defender also. He brings a lot of scoring with him too.
And you know what else? I thought Justin came in, really made a difference for you guys.
Yeah, in the timeout, they challenged him to come in and get stops and things like that. He's a great rim protector for us and things.
Dakota, Mike White, head coach White, was a little concerned talking to him in the pregame about the focus for you guys in this game because you got a little bit of a break coming up. Did you feel like your focus was there throughout this ball game for this opponent today?
Yeah, I feel like they talked about it a lot during practice and things like that. You know, our minds can go scatter around on the break.
Yeah, a lot to
like
think
that.
about.
Yeah, so, you know, they